Well, I know a lot of people are freaked out about the prospect that Hillary Clinton might be president. I'm going to tell you somehow, don't worry about it too much if that does occur. One of the biggest things she's got going against her is her health. She'll be, she's 69. She'll be 70 years old, I think, by the time she takes president. She'll be the oldest president. Now, some people say because she's a woman, that doesn't mean as much because women outlive men by so many years. But in her case, she's in really bad health. She has fainting spells and migraine headaches, and she's got to take a poo at the most inopportune times. But, the way I look at it is like this. If she wins, I'm going to say every woman that voted for her, throw away your bra, burn your bra in celebration that Hillary won. I'll make a joke out of the whole damn thing. I wouldn't even. And, I'm going to tell you this, that I've been warning people that supported Obama that the guy is first off, he doesn't have any black lineage to American black lineage. It's Kenyan. And the fact that and at the end of this video, since it's very politically incorrect, I'm going to actually I'm going to give you a form you can fill out if you really get mad, But I'm going to lay it out to you because the feudal lords, the elite, they always outsmart themselves, man. That's really what it is. It's like, and actually the people that they use are usually their supporters. In the case of like Obama, they haven't figured out yet exactly what this Affordable Health Care Act is doing to them. It's costing them, I think it's $965 or just about $1,000, or say roughly $1,000 if they do not have any health insurance. And what do they get for that $1,000? Nothing. It's a fee. And if they're getting other government assistance or programs, guess what happens? It comes out of that. See, all that stuff hasn't really caught up yet because it just kicked in. But the people that haven't really filed it correctly, they're going to start getting notices to pay it without penalties, but they're still going to have to pay it. And if they don't pay it, it's going to come out of something else they're getting from the government. It really hasn't caught up with them yet. By the time it does, Obama's going to be out of office. And actually, that's not the only thing he did. There's a Trans-Pacific Partnership. There's a net neutrality. There's all kinds of shit this guy did, man. I mean, come on. So anyway, if the Hillary supporters, if she gets in, I'll say, hey, you whoever, burn your bra. And, if you're a guy, burn your bra too because you probably got boobs. But let me put it to you this way. Anytime the elite try to put the hammer down on something, what happens? If people want it, they get it anyway. One of the best examples was Prohibition. I mean, look at it. And, I talked about the mafia and all that. I don't want to say like the mafia, like some of these people got these Hollywood things, but I know like more than likely one of my great uncles was involved in the trucking. He was in the trucking industry, and I know he's involved in this stuff back in the 20s and 30s, back there in New Jersey. But, to me, it was like, what do you think's going on? People want something. What's so freaking wrong with it? Hey, people have been drinking liquor and beer and spirits since, I don't know, thousands and thousands of years. Some freaking yo-yos trying to make it illegal. And why'd they make it illegal, actually, in the first place? It was big money. It was John D. Rockefeller. He was behind the whole damn thing in the first place. He was mainly behind it. He was pushing money. He gave $4 million, which is a lot of money. That was like giving $400 million to the women's suffrage movement to help ban the manufacture of alcohol because the alcohol was in competition with his crude oil business because alcohol grown on farms was used in cars. And that's actually what Henry Ford wanted to do. So, I mean, usually these, what I'm making a point here is, the people that put these assholes in office, it comes right back on them, man. It's like, don't worry about it too much. It's like, stay the hell away from it. Keep yourself independent from its shit as much as possible. Get your ducks in line and your contingencies and things. But you know what happens is, the people that put these freaking controls in place, it comes right back on them. And the people that's their supporters. Like Obama's supporters are going to get shafted. They're thinking this guy was going to hook them up. With affordable health care. No, they're getting screwed. I've been warning people, but I'm like, hey, man, What the hell? And if I warn you too much, and when it happens, you blame me. So I mean, like, screw it. I warned you already. You know. I'm also, you tell people, people like Hillary, man. Hillary's like a witch, man. I mean, when I'll tell you right now, when JFK Jr. crashed on that plane, I don't think that was an accident. That was like one of the Clinton campaign manager small plane accidents that happens all along. I knew about this Clinton body count back, freaking before Bill got elected in '92. I knew all about that stuff. I mean, I wasn't even using email back then. I mean, it existed, but I never used it. I never used email till I don't know, the late 90s or some shit, or I don't know what it was, 90s, 97 or something. After I got out of the military, I didn't know how to use any of that kind of shit. Because I was a jarhead, man. Jarheads don't use computers, man. But, it's like, the thing is, I did know all about stuff from paper reports. But, some people don't even know about that today, the Clinton body count and stuff. But, JFK Jr. would have been the senator from New York. So, he was the guy that lived in New York. Hillary Clinton got an apartment in New York. Hey, Hillary Clinton can get an apartment in Moscow. Maybe she could be the president of Moscow. I mean, come on, man. I don't know why people are electing this bitch. I mean, any female, I would say, if you want a woman president, I would just say, random digits of all the phone numbers or something and addresses or whatever the hell it is. Just run it through a computer and just pick one. It'd be better than Hillary. Crying out loud. She's a bitch. She's not a bitch. She's a witch. Put it that way. But, actually, I'm going to be very politically incorrect in here. I know one of the things that Hillary's going to go after to say is gun control. You know what? That's going to backfire, too. It's going to be just like the prohibition. Even if I don't think it would work. First off, she can't do everything by executive order. Number two, if she tries to do that kind of shit, they're going to freaking hammer her through the Congress. She doesn't have the power to pass the laws. Number three, it's probably going to come back full circle, and it's going to be a major backlash, and everybody's going to want a Mod Deuce because with an M2 50 cal, because he's pushing gun control. Every time they push gun control, what happens? Everybody buys guns, right? That's what happens, right? Come on. So it's like, you think Obama helped out the freaking ammo sales and the gun manufacturers. Look what Hillary's going to do for him. God, I mean, everybody's going to have one of these in their garage, for crying out loud. They'll be selling them at Home Depot. Hey, get your gun accessories at Home Depot. We got a Christmas sale. We got a Thanksgiving sale. We got a Memorial Day sale, July 4th sale, Labor Day sale, whatever. I mean, that's what's going to happen. I mean, it's almost like, don't worry about it too much. Worry about it somewhat, but don't get overly stressed about this shit. Because it always turns out it's like it backfires, man. But then don't, not worry about it completely. But, at the same time, you almost look at it this way. The freaking elite always outsmart themselves. Now, actually, I want to bring back, I know Trump says, I want to make America great again. But actually, I want to bring, I just want to bring back sexism to America. That's what I want to do. I actually want to bring that back. I know that's politically incorrect, but so what? I mean, that would be my platform if I run in 2020. I can't cook. Who cares, Burn the bra. That's what I look at it as. So it's like, I don't give a shit about all this political correctness, man. I don't care. I mean, I'm not really here to freaking scare the shit out of people. I kind of inform you of what's going on, but, I'm not trying to freaking scare the crap out of people, put a fear in them all the time. Relax a little bit, because 99% of the time, the people that it's like, it's almost like you got a bunch of people that are screwed up, right? That's, say you think the people that are Hillary supporters are all screwed up, whatever. Now, she's probably a Trump or a Ted Cruz. She's a Ted Cruz supporter. I could tell by the way she's looking at us. But the thing is, it's like these people that are like this, and if they all agree with these different things, let them go by their own freaking rules. Don't you get involved in the bullshit. It seems to all work out itself. It's like when you try to get involved in their shit, let them freaking figure it out on their own. And I'll tell you what, Hillary's going to screw over her supporters like crazy. Like, Obama's already shafted his supporters big time. I was warning people. I'm like, what the fuck? No, 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 no. You know, hey man, that's what's going to happen. So actually, if I ever run on president, I'm going to try to institute, instead of like a religion, we're going to have the cult of Diana Dors, which I think is better than Marilyn Monroe. She's the UK version. So, you know, it'll be like, the cult of the blondes. So, you know, it'll be very politically incorrect, sexist, and all that type of stuff. Who gives a shit, you know? As far as Hillary being blonde, I mean, she's a reject. She should have been, Planned Parenthood missed one back then. That's what I say. Actually, you know, I was reading a book from, let's see, it's 51 years old. It was about the planned depopulation in the United States. And, you know what? It's kind of like a textbook thing, like, of what's going on right now. That's why they're pushing a lot of, the homosexuality, lesbianism, transgenderism, because, you know, you're not going to get more people that way. You know what I mean? It's only heterosexuality that you get more people. And they said really the main way to really knock the population down is, and this is from 51 years ago, I was reading this stuff, it was in a book, what the hell was the name of it, but I got it. I got part of it in PDF. But basically, they're mainly talking about the, bringing the birth rate down, all going along with Planned Parenthood and stuff like that. So, but, you know, I look at it like this way. You know, if people want to have kids, they have kids. If they don't want to have kids, fine. But, you know, it's almost like right today, you know, you don't want to deal with that shit because, half the women today are freaking brainwashed lunatics. Back then in the 50s, the woman's goal was to be, good goal. So actually, I would like to bring that type of stuff back to America if I run for president in 2020. I would bring back the cult of Diana Dors first, because actually, this was a person that was not your average housewife type. She was more like the hottie on steroids, believe it or not. So, the kind of woman that Bill Clinton would have stayed loyal to. She was that hot. Unlike Hillary. So, like I said, I'm going to be politically incorrect on this. But, most of the stuff that happens in the media and on the politics, it's all a big charade. Opposite sides are often under the powers that be, if you want to put it that way, the feudal lords or whatever. And, I could give you a case example. Like, here's Adolf Hitler and Himmler. And you notice what kind of handshake they're doing there? A Masonic handshake. In other words, these guys were set up by the Illuminati in the first place, probably set up by the Western powers. There's been even alleged things that Hitler was a British agent, and that there's even there's probably a lot of strong, and I hate to say this because people might be going to get upset, but Hitler probably lived after the war. He probably escaped. There was a double. We know the one that was shot was a woman, the one that the Soviets cat all those years. I mean, what I'm telling you is that almost everything you see on the top levels where there's opposing sides, it's all a charade anyway. So, I mean, this guy, the Germans were idiots for getting behind this guy for big time. But anyway, I want to tell you all the politically incorrect stuff here. And I did promise you that at the end of this video, I would present to you, if you feel like your butt hurt about here's the butt hurt report, date of butt hurtness, time, what caused the butt hurtness. Somebody posted it, offensive picture on the internet. was there a tissue needed for tears? Were you able to move past it? Reason for filling out your butt hurt report. I'm an idiot. I'm a crybaby. I'm thin-skinned. I'm a little bitch. I want my mommy. I feel picked on. I'm a prude. I'm better than everybody else. It wasn't my joke. Whatever. Hey, man, this is fucking you. Excuse me. Hey, Jenna Marble says that too. So anyway, I'll say it. This is fucking YouTube. Okay, we can do what the hell we want on this shit. And I'll tell you right now, don't worry too much. I mean, don't be apathetic about it either. But if Hillary Clinton gets to be president, I think the one thing that really got going against her is her health. She might freaking trip, freaking going down the stairs in Air Force One, hit her head or some shit. I don't know what the hell, man. It's something wrong. Something going to happen with her. But, you know, if she wins, I would recommend that every woman that voted for her, burn their bra. And, you know, as an expression that, you know, they supported Hillary, that they never wear a bra again. I mean, hey, you know, why should women have to wear bras? You know, guys don't wear bras, right? I mean, so women shouldn't have to wear bras, too. And if you're a guy that supported Hillary, I think you ought to burn your bra, too. Because you probably got tits. So, anyway, that's politically... just see the butthurt report at the end, you know? They got the butthurt report. So, don't worry about it too much. I mean, everybody's getting too worried about this election shit. I think Trump... I don't know. I mean, you know, if I run for 2020, I'm going to use Trump's money. I'm going to say, Trump, you pay me. You fucked up. It's my turn. I want to do it my way. Your way didn't work. Because, you know what? The apprentice knows more than the guy that supposedly is running the show. And that's the way it's going to happen. So, anyway, don't worry about Hillary. And if she wins, there's going to be a massive bonfire with bras out there. And a lot of jiggly walking. So, look on the bright side, okay?